Hey, good morning. I got the fender well all buttoned up. So as you see this, I got the new fender well in. That's all weld through primer. I put that on there, and then I went ahead, had it tailored a little bit down here, and then I rosette welded it across and around. I left this one open. I've got it right there, and I mocked it up so it does fit in there. But today I'm going to work on cutting this out like I said before, and try to fabricate something that goes around and under instead of replacing the whole tail panel. So for right now, I'm going to get ready, and then we'll start slicing and dicing. Alright guys, I got probably 2/3 of it cut out right now, and I'm going to go ahead and leave this side alone right here for right now. But I'm going to start mocking up the center piece and then the left piece, driver's side. And then once I get that one kind of mocked up, I'll go ahead and cut this one off. I'm using this one, even though I've got it all drawn out, I'm going to use it as a reference. With regards to the distance to the quarter panel. That one doesn't have a quarter panel on it right now. But you can see I've cut it out. I'm going to clean up a little bit of that rust and then spray some rust inhibitor on it, or capsulator, what do you want to call it. And then from there, I'm going to start cleaning up over there. And then I'm going to cut out the metal that I need, fold it under, and then start figuring out how I'm going to mock it up to tie into that back plate. I was telling you the other day that this tail section is made up of two different pieces, the outside and the inside. And the outside was rusted, but more so the inside. And it was all down here from the lower end down. Up here it's pretty good. But I'm going to go ahead and start cutting out metal, or cutting out the good metal, and start mocking it up. All right, so I'm back. I did a little bit of work underneath, and I got some light down there now so I can show you where we're at so far. I've got it close, kind of buttoned up, but not sure how well you can see it. This is the underside. So basically, like I was showing you earlier, I got it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, and that makes up the back end of this tail section. And then underneath, I rolled over each one of these, and I rolled over Let's see if I can get a good angle at that. And then I rolled this one up again. So the center section rolls over, and then it rolls up, and then I've got a little bit of a divot down here to where the gas filler is going to go. And then the back side on the other side rather. It still needs to be cleaned up. Still need to do some more welds on it. And then I'm debating whether to tie it, because the original one tied in from, well, the original one wasn't really like this. It came down to here. It came kind of at a different angle, and it was sealed, and then it went back up into behind the bumper bracket. But I can't get at behind that without taking off the, so I'm leaving it alone is what I'm saying. But I'm going to tie this in to here, so I might make an angle piece like over there and then over here. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. Cleaning it up a little bit, and I'll come back out here, see where I'm going back in the house for right now to grab something to eat, but I'll come back out here and see where we're at. I got to continue, like I said, continue welding around this seam, and then I'm going to knock down the weld a little bit and make a determination if I just seam seal it or if I try to knock the weld down, try to make it flush. I'm kind of hesitant to try to make it flush just because I'm not sure, you know, you start grinding on some metal, especially some that's been prone to rust a little bit on the backside, you don't have a whole lot of metal left. This, the metal I put in here is 16 gauge. This stuff might be 18, but yeah. All right, so that's where I'm at right now, and be back a little bit. Yeah, winter has come, Jon Snow. Winter has come. Wasn't expecting this much snow this soon, but yesterday we caught, I think, almost 3 inches, which we were supposed to get like an inch dusting maybe, and it was not supposed to stick, but... And today, it's 20 degrees with it feels like something around 11. This morning it feels like 7. So, but my garage, thank God I put this heater in. It says it's 64 and rising right now. Anyway, going back to this rear tail panel, I want to show you where I'm at and what I plan to do today. As discussed last time, I got all the outside part of it all nice and mocked up. Well, it's more than mocked up. It's welded in. It's done. This is as done as it's going to be on the outside. So all this is solid metal. But what I'm doing in the bottom is going to mock up. Okay, now I got some light down here. Let me turn this around so you can see how it rolls over, up and around. I went and cleaned out all this rust, kind of ground down, wire wheeled it, and now what I'm going to do is where these trunk braces are, it's still mounted to this piece because this was still good metal, so I didn't cut this piece off on both sides. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of metal, and if I'd known this sooner, I probably would have left a little bit more metal on both sides, but, or at least on this one, I would have had more metal to round it up and under, but I didn't. So I'm going to end up getting a piece of metal, welding it in here, and then welding it to this piece, and then do the same thing over on this side as well. And once I'm done with that, I believe what I'm going to do is clean up all this. There's a little bit of loose rust around here. Get it all cleaned up and spray it with some epoxy paint for the interim, and then I'm going to move on to something else. But when I'm done with getting everything on the bottom side, I guess what I'm saying is I want to put pour 15. I just got pour 15, and I'm going to pour 15 all this, but before I do it, I got to clean all this up. And I don't want to do it in segments, I think. I I think what I want to do is at least, because once you open those cans, and I think it's a quart, it's a quart can. So once I open up a quart can of that pour 15, you play hell trying to open it up again after it dries. But you can see underneath. So maybe what I'll do is I'll finish this up, and then I'll go and start on a floor pan maybe. Maybe I'll come over here and start working on this floor pan, and that way I'm still continuing with the bottom piece of it. And then once I get both floor pans done, and that I plan on taking this car and lifting it further off the ground, jack it up, lift the stands up, because right now I can get under there, but I want to have a little bit of room to get under there and knock the rust off, the loose scaly stuff, and then get under there with pour 15 and lock it in. One of the things that I was thinking about doing, and I'm kind of like bouncing back and forth, is do I finish this back side up first? Well, not first, but after I'm done that, do I finish this back side up and do this quarter panel before moving on there? One thing my dad brought up, and I thought, maybe. I've already got good access to this, and I do have plans to change out the suspension. So I've already ground off the nut on this side. I ground it off on that other side. But I really don't want to put the new suspension on until I'm after. So what I'd really like to do, and this is a sequencing thing. This is something that I like bouncing back and forth in my head. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is get this done, go to the floor pan, do the floor pan. Once I'm happy with what the underside is going to look like, jack it up, remove this rear suspension. That will free up the frame rails, and then I can go through and then pour 15 the frame rails and everything, then put the new suspension I have on, and also give me a chance to clean up the rear diff and axle tubes, clean that up, and then paint those as well. It's not easy living inside my brain. But right now, that's what I'm planning on doing. I'm going to finish up this tail section, cut out a couple patterns, show the braces, build the braces I was talking about into the trunk braces, and then probably I'm going to end that in this video, and then I'll move on to the next video of cutting out a floor pan. That's where my brain's at right now. We'll see where it ends. All right, guys. All right, guys. Looks like I'm done for now down here. I've got it all. I got those brackets I was talking about going up to those trunk pan rails. I welded those in, and then I went over it with Duraglass. I ground the wells down a little bit, and then I went over it with Duraglass. So it should be pretty secure. But that's it for now on this one, and then I'm gonna start another one so I can send this video up. I'm trying to get good at this video stuff. So until the next video, thanks a lot for watching.